Love is a language, but the secret most people never realize is that men and women speak very different dialects of that same language. We use the same words, but we don't always mean the same thing. We express love differently, we receive love differently, and we even get hurt differently. And because of this difference, many couples who truly love each other end up feeling disconnected, confused, or misunderstood, not because they don't care, but because they don't understand the language the other person speaks. When a man loves a woman, his love is often expressed through action. He feels love by doing, by fixing, by providing, by solving. He thinks, if I take care of her, if I make her life easier, she'll know I love her. For him, love is proven through what he does. But a woman doesn't always hear love through actions alone. She feels love through attention, through words, through emotional connection. She thinks, if he really loves me, he'll listen to me, talk to me, understand me. Both are giving love in the way they naturally express it, but neither one is necessarily receiving it in the way they need. That's where the misunderstanding begins. You see, women express love to connect. Men express love to succeed. A woman feels fulfilled when she can share her feelings openly and feel heard. A man feels fulfilled when he can make a difference and feel appreciated. When she shares, she's not looking for a solution, she's looking for understanding. When he gives advice, he's not trying to control, he's trying to help. But because they don't recognize these differences, they often end up frustrated. Let me give you an example. Imagine a woman coming home after a long, exhausting day. She says, I'm so tired. Everything went wrong today. My boss was unfair. My coworkers ignored me, and I just feel invisible. Now a man who loves her wants to fix that pain. So he says, well, maybe you should talk to your boss or find a new job. His heart is in the right place, but she suddenly feels even more alone. Why? Because she wasn't asking him to fix anything. She just wanted him to listen, to say, that sounds so hard. You didn't deserve that. When a woman feels understood, she relaxes. When she feels heard, her heart opens. Now reverse it. When a man is stressed or upset, he doesn't usually talk about it right away. He retreats into silence. He may watch TV, play a game, or just zone out. To him, this is how he recharges. But his partner, sensing distance, feels anxious. She wonders, why is he shutting me out? Did I do something wrong? So she follows him, trying to get him to talk, and the more she asks, the more he withdraws. He's not rejecting her, he's trying to regain his balance. For men, solitude is healing. For women, connection is healing. The challenge is that when she needs to talk most, he often needs to be silent. And when he finally feels ready to talk, she may already be hurt by the silence. These differences are not flaws. They are the beauty of our design. Love becomes easier when we stop judging our partner's reactions and start understanding them. When a woman understands that a man's silence is not a sign of rejection, but a sign of stress, she can give him the space he needs. And when a man understands that a woman's talking is not complaining but healing, he can give her the attention she craves. Both are giving each other what the other truly needs, not what they themselves would want. That's when love begins to feel safe again. In my years of counseling couples, I've seen the same pattern again and again. Relationships don't fail because of a lack of love, they fail because of a lack of understanding. We assume that our partner should love us the way we love them. But love languages don't translate automatically. It's like a man speaking action and a woman speaking emotion. Without translation, both feel unheard. But once they learn to understand each other's dialect, everything changes. When a woman feels loved, she becomes more trusting, more appreciative, more playful. Her natural feminine energy of love, nurturing, and joy flows freely. And when a man feels trusted and appreciated, he becomes more giving, more affectionate, more present. His masculine energy awakens. In this dance of love, each person brings out the best in the other. But when they misunderstand each other, those same qualities turn into conflicts. What once felt like strength now feels like distance. What once felt like caring now feels like control. A woman's greatest gift in a relationship is her ability to inspire. She inspires a man not through demands, but through appreciation. When she says, "Thank you for doing that, it means a lot," he feels like a hero, his heart opens, he wants to do more. But when she says, "You never do it right," or "I had to remind you again," he shuts down. Criticism kills romance faster than anything else because it tells him he's failing at love. And for a man, nothing hurts more than feeling he can't make his partner happy. A man's greatest gift, on the other hand, is his ability to provide safety, emotional safety. When he listens without judgment, when he gives her his full attention, when he lets her express her emotions without fixing them, she feels seen. Her heart relaxes. That feeling of safety is what allows love to grow. You see, love isn't built in grand gestures. It's built in those small, everyday moments where we choose to understand rather than react. There's a simple truth. Men and women recharge love in opposite ways. Men recharge through independence. Women recharge through connection. When a man feels overwhelmed, he needs space. When a woman feels overwhelmed, she needs closeness. But if she chases him when he pulls away, or if he withdraws when she reaches out, both end up hurt. The secret is balance. Let him have his cave and trust that he'll come back when he's ready. Let her talk and trust that listening is often all she really needs. Many people think that when the romance fades, it means love has died. But romance doesn't die. It just loses translation. In the beginning of a relationship, both partners naturally speak each other's love language because everything is new. He listens, she appreciates, both are generous with affection. But as time goes on, stress, expectations, and unspoken resentment start to cloud that natural flow. The man forgets to listen. The woman forgets to appreciate. Both start keeping score. And love, which used to be a gift, becomes a transaction. The good news is that romance can always be revived, not by changing your partner, but by changing how you understand them. When you remember that your partner's behavior is often their way of coping, not a personal attack, you respond with compassion instead of anger. If a man withdraws, don't chase him, trust him. If a woman becomes emotional, don't shut her down, hold her. Every act of empathy rebuilds the bridge between Mars and Venus. Let me tell you a story of a couple I once worked with. They loved each other deeply, but they couldn't stop fighting. She would say, "You never talk to me," and he would reply, "You never stop talking." She felt lonely, he felt pressured. But when they learned about their differences, something amazing happened. She realized his silence was not distance. It was his way of regaining balance. And he realized her talking wasn't nagging, it was her way of reconnecting. They started practicing listening and space giving. He began saying, "I'm going to my cave for a bit, but I'll be back soon." She began saying, "I just need you to listen, not fix it." In a few weeks, their arguments turned into understanding. Love didn't change, awareness did. The secret language of love is really the language of respect and appreciation. Respect for our differences, appreciation for our efforts. A woman feels loved when she feels heard and cherished. A man feels loved when he feels trusted and valued. When both partners feel seen for who they are, the relationship flourishes. Love isn't about sameness. It's about complementing each other's strengths. So if you want to reconnect with your partner, start with simple shifts. When he does something thoughtful, say thank you instead of pointing out what could be better. When she shares her feelings, listen without jumping in to fix it. When he goes quiet, don't take it personally, give him time. When she cries, don't see it as drama, see it as her heart opening. These small moments are where love lives. Sometimes people ask me, Dr. Gray, why does love feel so complicated? And I tell them, it's not complicated, it's just unfamiliar. We were never taught how to love across the gender gap. We assume that what makes us feel loved should make our partner feel loved too. But the truth is, we're like two different instruments playing the same song. When we learn how to tune to each other, the music becomes beautiful again. Real love begins when we stop trying to make our partner more like us and start celebrating the differences that make them who they are. Those differences are not obstacles, they are opportunities. A woman's emotional depth calls a man to grow in empathy. A man's calm strength calls a woman to trust and surrender. Together, they balance each other. Love is not about changing your partner to fit your needs. It's about learning to speak their language so both needs can be met. When a woman feels heard, she naturally becomes more loving and appreciative. When a man feels appreciated, he naturally becomes more attentive and giving. The circle of love completes itself. So if you find yourself feeling distant, misunderstood, or unloved, don't assume your partner doesn't care. Ask instead, am I hearing their love language or just listening for my own? Sometimes love is right in front of us, but it speaks in a tone we've never learned to recognize. The secret language of love is not about words alone. It's about presence. It's about understanding that love is expressed differently and that both ways are valid. A man's quiet commitment is love. A woman's emotional expression is love. The more we honor those differences, the stronger our bond becomes. So remember this, love is not a mystery to be solved. It's a language to be learned. When you learn how your partner communicates, when you choose understanding over reaction, when you give love the way they need to receive it, not the way you want to give it, you unlock the magic of connection. Because in the end, men and women don't need to be the same to love each other deeply. They just need to understand the beauty in their differences. That's the secret language of love, and when you learn to speak it, love doesn't fade. It flourishes.